You will never walk again. This was the first message I heard from the doctor when I woke up in the hospital bed. He looked at me with an arrogant look on his face, and to me it seems he was enjoying the moment, telling me this horrible message. You got a spinal cord injury. I was confused. What is a spinal cord injury? I asked him. And he remembered he grabbed a pen and he pushed it into my leg. And he said, can you feel this? I said, no. Can you lift your legs? Once again, no. This will be permanent. You will never walk again. You will never feel your legs again. And then he left me lying there in the hospital bed. Just one day before, I was just a normal 90-year-old guy working at the bull farm, enjoying life, and I'd like to hang out with my friends. Sure, I'm a competitive guy and sport-minded guy, but socially, my social contacts are also very important to me. What I said, it was just a normal Saturday, me working at the bull farm, driving home, when I neared a junction. I saw a car nearing in the distance, but I had a lot of time to cross the road. But in all my curiosity, I turned my head, seeing where this car went. And at the moment I turned my head, I felt that my front wheel hit the pavement, and I tumbled forwards. In a split second, everything turned black. I hit a utility box. And I remembered that some paramedic said, you broke your neck. You will never, ever walk again. This message was 5 years ago. So I went to rehabilitation. There was just one goal left in life, and it was to walk again. To me, it seems I lost everything in life. Without the prospect of ever walking again, there was for me no point in living. So you can imagine how frustrating the first 7 months were of rehabilitation. Day in, day out, week after week, I was confronted with the bitter truth that my body wasn't able to do what I wanted to do the most. So I had to deal with one disappointment after another. All those disappointments made me angry. At some point in time, all the disappointments made me so angry that I didn't look myself in the mirror again. I was scared from those guy in the mirror. After time, the coaches of the rehabilitation center asked me to formulate some goals. Yes, of course, easy for me. Walking. But unfortunately, they convinced me to come up with some better realistic goals. The first goals were, for me, to go home and become independent. I want to show the world that I can be independent, also in my wheelchair. I can assure you, accepting an injury what you are willing to accept is as hard as hitting a utility box with your moped. Then the second goals came. Finish my education. Go to work. Luckily, with my internship, I get a contract to go work over there. So becoming independent became reality. And to prove you that independent I were, this is me signing my education with only a half year of delay. This is my second contract from my work, where I still work. And the really good goal to make independent is my ride. With new ramps, so 1-0 for this guy in a wheelchair. But I was still eager from some goals. What I said earlier, I'm a sport-minded guy. And I don't know if you ever heard of the handbike battle. That's cycling up with your arms on a mountain, 21 kilometers, and with a distance of 2 kilometers of altitude. The coach of the rehabilitation center asked me to join their team. In a split second, I said yes. But how sorry I was to say yes. There was the first training, just a flyover, 3%, not that easy. It's easy. But with 4 attempts, I was so exhausted that I can't continue the training anymore. The coach said to me, "Oh, Dennie, there's lots of work to do." To give you an image, there was the challenge. But no bother you with that. I'm skipping forward to the finish. Oh, sorry. Oh, skipping forward to the finish. And it was incredible. Everyone was cheering my name, screaming. But every fiber in my whole body wants to stop. I was so enthusiastic with 20 kilometers of increase. But I was nearing the finish, and I was so fast. I was faster than I ever can imagine. And I was over there. And something magical happens up at the mountain. I believed over there was no mountain too high for me that can overcome to push myself to the life goal to ever walk again. And you showed it. 2-0 for me. Some few years ago, a friend of mine asked me if I was ever heard of an exoskeleton. I said, yes, I heard of it, but I don't know what it is. Scientists created some kind of Ironman suit that paralyzed people can wear to walk. So I went to Google and I saw the price, 100,000 euros. So there was another battle ahead, because insurance companies doesn't cover the cost, but I was still eager to ever walk again. And the message I want to give you today is that how impossible the goal is. Never give up, and never ever tell you that something is impossible. And I remembered that a doctor said to me, "You will never ever walk again." Yes. I did it. Thank you.